What is the most interesting first-round matchup in the Eastern?
Breaking news. We interrupt your NBA news to bring you the best thing that's ever happened to the WNBA.
With the first pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, the Indiana Fever select Caitlin Clark.
She is officially a member of the Indiana Fever.
So listen, I was gonna go back to doing my NBA videos because, well, the Dirty Bucket covers the NBA. But after watching last night's WNBA draft and seeing Miss Caitlin Clark go #1 overall to the Indiana Fever, I thought to myself, I haven't given Caitlin her flowers yet. You know what I mean? Like, I'm over here worrying about her future in the WNBA with all those hyenas chasing after her, with all that jealousy and envy that's been taking place as of late. Give Caitlin her flowers, her props, her well-deserved compliments. This woman has achieved so much in such little time. It's kind of sad to see Caitlin Clark go from college basketball, where she flourished and brought millions to the game, now to the WNBA. Whenever I say those 4 letters in a row, WNBA, my blood pressure rises, dude. My blood pressure rises, dude. Like, I'll say it. I'm a certified WNBA hater. Certified. That's me. I can't, dude. Like, I can't anymore. I've given them many, many chances, and all they do is shoot themselves in the foot. Chatterbob activity. Yeah, you guys act like I'm dicking around. I got my certification. Certified WNBA hater. Yes, that's me. If you want to get your own certification, dude, there's an online course. I'll put the link in the bio. It's a quick and easy online course, dude. They mailed it to me in 3 business days. You know what I mean? Even WNBA legends signed the certification, because that league is filled with hate. They hate themselves. Cutting all my buffoonery aside, Caitlin Clark has transformed the game. She galvanized an entire country. The hero, the legend, who hasn't even played 1 second in the WNBA. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. I would really, really appreciate it. Liking the video will help the video perform well in the algorithm, and subscribing will help me perform well in life for once. Thank you. So Miss Caitlin Clark, hailing from her hometown of West Des Moines, Iowa, where she was named a McDonald's All-American and rated the 4th best player in her class by ESPN. In her freshman season with Iowa, she led the NCAA division in scoring and earned All-American honors. As a sophomore, Clark was a unanimous first-team All-American and became the first women's player to lead Division I basketball in points and assists in a single season. A year later, in her junior season, she was the National Player of the Year and led Iowa to its first ever national championship game. Then, with the season that just ended, Miss Caitlin Clark repeated as the National Player of the Year and helped Iowa return to the national title game. Clark became a Division I career and single-season leader in points and three-pointers made, and broke the all-time conference record in assists. So listen, I typed in Caitlin Clark records, and ladies and gentlemen, I have never seen a list so long in my life. I felt like I was reading the New Testament, dude. So to begin, I might need my freaking inhaler for this, dude. Caitlin Clark became Iowa's all-time leading scorer. She achieved most 30-point games by any man or woman in a Division I in the past 25 seasons. She became Big Ten's all-time leader in assists. She also broke the Big Ten all-time scoring record. She broke Iowa's single-game scoring record, set Big Ten career records for three-pointers, set NCAA single-season records for three-pointers, became all-time NCAA Division I men's and women's scoring leader, unanimous Big Ten Player of the Year, achieved most three-pointers in a single season by any male or female in a Division I player, named most outstanding player in Big Ten tournament, a broke single season. You know what I mean. Respected ESPN analyst Rebecca Lobo called Caitlin Clark the best offensive women's college basketball player since Diana Taurasi, mostly in part to her unprecedented, keyword unprecedented, shooting range and proficiency among female players. Clark has been labeled a transformative player in women's basketball, and her impact on women's game is likened to that of Steph Curry in the men's game. Now, in my opinion, and again, this is just my opinion, dude. I'm a buffoon. I could be wrong. I'm always wrong all the time. But the comparisons between Steph Curry and Caitlin Clark is spot on. Why? Well, since Steph Curry hit his prime and won all those championships, the game has changed forever. Three-pointers is now mandatory in the game. If you want to play basketball, you gotta shoot from the three. And I feel like watching Steph Curry play over the years, not just us, like the entire world, he has kind of sort of like synthesized us to expect this type of play going forward. He has synthesized our eyes into like, oh wait, this right here is great basketball. And with that in mind, once Caitlin Clark came and hit her stride, and seeing her play, seeing her do the same things pretty much that Steph Curry's doing, you know, like it goes hand in hand, you know, and it's a beautiful sight. Like, we all love watching Steph play, you know, and Caitlin Clark reminds us of Steph. And now, I have seen men out there complain and whine, saying, "Oh, how can you compare Caitlin Clark to Steph Curry? Steph Curry's 10 times better than her." All that stuff. You have to have the IQ of a paper towel to think that people are insinuating that Caitlin Clark is better than Steph Curry. Like, a paper towel. And again, this is coming from a buffoon right here. I don't understand why people think that. Anyways, I found some of the highlights that kind of resemble both Steph and Caitlin. I found Caitlin's furthest three-point shots.
Zardo, the head coach. His team rallied twice in the Southland Conference tournament.
Damn, son.
Move that she makes.
Clark will loft it up.
Damn, son.
With a three. With the rebound, she falls in about 7 a game. Look at Clark.
Perfect.
Yes.
Somebody call 911. Shawty fire burning on the deck. This girl is on fire.
She will be the first one to tell you that Steph played a huge influence on her game. This woman is going to shake and bake these hyenas out of their extensions, their hair extensions in the WNBA. It's going to be a beautiful sight, y'all. She's going to have these women acting crazy. All the jealousy, spitefulness, and they can't guard her. Like, dude, she's going to have these women divorcing basketball. It's going to be a beautiful sight. Lexi Brown. Oh my God. Lexi Brown. Lexi Brown's going to be like, "Oh, what do I do? What do I do? Gilbert, please do something, Gilbert."
Mouse in the house. Bring it over here.
Caitlin Clark is your prototypical point guard. Natural point guard. Someone who makes everyone around her better. Look at the stats. Career stats are 28.4 points per game, 7.1 rebounds per game, 8.2 assists per game, on 46% from the field. A very efficient 46%. Last year, Caitlin Clark, she's over here averaging Luka Doncic numbers, y'all. 31.6 points per game, 7.4 rebounds, 8.9 assists, on 45 from the field, and 38 from the three. An efficient season, y'all. That's a beautiful sight. Luka Doncic numbers. Those are Luka Doncic numbers, y'all. I also wanted to point this out. Caitlin Clark averages more rebounds per game than Lexi Brown averages points per game. Let that sink in, please. They should have Lexi Brown do community service after spewing such buffoonery. Put her in Times Square, you know what I mean, in those big TVs on Times Square, making chicken pot pie for those in need. Like, do something. Like, During Clark's final season at Iowa, regular season games featuring her became the most viewed women's basketball games of all time on 6 different TV networks. In her last regular season game, in which she surpassed Pistol Pete Maravich's Division I's career scoring record, was the most watched regular season women's basketball game since 1999, as well as the second most watched college basketball game of the season, which included men's games. In the 2024 NCAA tournament, Caitlin Clark's final 3 games each broke the women's college basketball viewership record, culminating in 18.9 million viewers for the national championship game. I think it's safe to say that Caitlin has brought a whole new generation of fans. She's most likely going to inspire a whole new generation of ballers, female ballers, which is an awesome sight. Again, I'm all for equality, but the thing that pisses me off about the WNBA is how they don't accept their own. They run on envy and jealousy. Caitlin Clark, let's give her flowers. I have enjoyed watching this woman play game in and game out. I have never, and again, I am speaking for myself here, I have never been interested in watching women's basketball, especially college women's basketball, until this woman came along. Because of Caitlin Clark, I actually watched the WNBA draft, and that's awesome. That's awesome. And you know, I truly wish Caitlin Clark nothing but the best. She has a fan here for life, dude. The woman has sold, in just 1 hour after being drafted, she sold out all of her Indiana Fever jerseys. In all sizes. In all sizes. I hope she gets her money. She's very entertaining to watch. I hope she gets a shoe deal. Caitlin Clark, ball out, and make these women shake in their boots whenever they come play against you. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you very much for watching. And let me know in the comments, is Caitlin Clark going to wreck the league? I think so. I believe so, but I could be wrong.
I got a little anxious there before the pick, but I think more than anything, just grateful and lucky to have my family here.